What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and holy shit, what the fuck did we just see on Survivor Series, man? I was saying it all night. A night of surprises and a night that we seen the man called Sting debut, finally, in the WWE. I know that's all you're going to want to fucking talk about. Is there really any reason for me to talk about the rest of the card this evening at the WWE Survivor Series, man? What was it, the 28th annual Survivor Series? And all we heard for 4 weeks was that the Authority was the greatest WWE Survivor Series team ever assembled. Before I even get into my review, I'm going to have some fun with this, and I'm going to run down a few teams that I think the WWE illogically is forgetting. So let's run through those very quickly. Andre the Giant, Ravishing Rick Rude, One Man Gang, King Kong Bundy, and Butch Reed at the 1987 Survivor Series. Much better than the Authority. John Cena, Big Show, RVD, and Eddie Guerrero in 2004. Much better than Team Authority. The Rockers, Jannetty and Michaels, Jimmy Snuka and Jake Roberts, 1990. What I think is a better team than the Authority. The Undertaker, Lex Luger and the Steiner Brothers, man. The All-Americans going against the Foreign Fanatics, 1993. Another team better than Team Authority. The Rock, Big Show, Kane, Undertaker, and Chris Jericho at the 2001 Survivor Series. Much better than Team Authority in 2014. Hogan, Jake Roberts, and Demolition in 1989. Much better than Team Authority. And finally, probably the greatest Survivor Series team I think that has ever been assembled. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, CM Punk, and the Hardy Boys in 2006. If you guys don't agree with me that any one of those teams that I just mentioned isn't better than the Authority, then obviously you don't know jack shit about WWE. And apparently Michael Cole doesn't. He should be reading the WWE Encyclopedia, man, that I actually have hardcover on my coffee table. So, Mr. Michael Cole, I think you should brush up on your history skills, bro. Alright? You can't fuck with JD. Now, Survivor Series, man. What did you think about Survivor Series? I'm going to lay it out there. I'm going to lay it out on the line. It was a very, very entertaining show for what the WWE has given us on WWE programming for the last 4 weeks. The build for Team Authority and Team Cena was decently done because WWE put a lot of their focus and a lot of their energy into this one match. Okay, so it had to be good. We heard rumors running rampant for the last 48 hours about Sting being in St. Louis. We heard rumors of Roman Reigns being in St. Louis, which he was, and he appeared live in front of the WWE audience via satellite. He was not actually in the Joe Louis Arena tonight in St. Louis. So he was there, but not there physically amongst everybody in St. Louis. Randy Orton didn't even show up, man. I don't think WWE wanted to bring Orton in right now along with Sting. They wanted that one big moment with Sting by himself. I think if Randy Orton came down, it kind of would have, watered down and devalued the entire moment with Sting. But Sting did make his WWE long-awaited debut. And the WWE with this match, I really think there was a lot of illogical decisions, man. I knew this match was going to be a circus. I just knew it. Towards the end of the match and as we got closer to that 11 o'clock hour, you knew it was going to be a circus. Triple H pulling out referees, Triple H nailing referees, and then ushering in Scott Armstrong to be the one referee to count Dolph Ziggler out. But there was a lot of positive in this match. This match made Ziggler a star, bar none. If Ziggler is not at the top of the mountain in WWE yet, he's definitely one rung before that top spot in WWE. Tonight made Ziggler a superstar, and I was absolutely thrilled that Ziggler got the push that he so rightfully deserves. And when we seen him and Rollins one-on-one as the last two men of their team, that was the true main event of Survivor Series. I wouldn't have had it any other way but Ziggler and Rollins, and they certainly fucking delivered. They had me at the edge of my seat. They certainly made things interesting, and I have to give WWE big props for, such a lackluster pay-per-view, yet they really captivated this viewer's attention, and I really got to give it to WWE there. We all knew this match was going to be a circus, and we all know the build for this pay-per-view was not what it should be for a Survivor Series event, but WWE really, really got their heads together collectively and had everyone on the edge of their seat with Ziggler and Rollins. Man, that was absolutely the smartest move they could have did. It was absolutely brilliant that WWE gave Ziggler and Rollins the last two spots in that moment to close out Survivor Series. So I'm totally ecstatic that Ziggler finally gets his push. And maybe now WWE recognizes what kind of talent they have in Dolph Ziggler. Big Show turning heel on John Cena. I gotta admit to you, everyone thinks I'm so bright and wise when it comes to WWE. This one went right over my head, man. I did not expect Big Show to turn heel and turn against John Cena. I really don't want to think about another Big Show versus John Cena feud. I hope they don't go down that road. How many times have we seen Big Show turn heel? It's not really that exciting. But in that moment, it kind of raised my eyebrows a little bit because I really wasn't expecting it. You guys on Twitter were saying, oh, I knew this was going to happen, or I knew something like this was going to happen. This viewer did not. So it came as a shock and a surprise to me, and I liked the twist and turn. And the handshake that he gave to Triple H with that smug look on his face was very nicely done by Big Show. He walks out, levels John Cena with a KO punch. Cena was eliminated, which left Dolph Ziggler all by himself for the lone representative of Team Cena. And like I said, Ziggler was a superstar tonight, man. He beat Luke Harper, he beat Kane, and he eventually pinned Seth Rollins with the help of Sting. I will get to Sting in a second. I know you guys are probably wondering what I'm thinking about Sting. I'll get to him in a second. Ryback was eliminated fairly quickly from Team Cena. All the build-up that they gave to Ryback seems to have gone to waste. From what I seen tonight at Survivor Series, it goes to show you what WWE truly thinks of Ryback after having him be eliminated so fast. All the build-up with the feed me more and this and that, and he was gone like that. Rusev was counted out. He still has not been pinned. That was the logical way to go with that. But going back to Ryback, I think the WWE really has something good with Ryback. The fans seem to be gravitating towards the feed me more gimmick. So they might have something special with Ryback if they want to nurture him and take care of that character and kind of push it forward slowly. I did not like I said on Off the Script, that they kind of, pushed him to the moon again for a second time after coming back from surgery. They did the same thing when he went against CM Punk at Hell in the Cell a few years back. Not the way to go with Ryback. You got to push him slowly. It was nice that he was in the main event under the spotlight. He had the microscope on him in that big main event scenario. But I think it was too soon, too fast for Ryback. And he was eliminated fairly quickly after all the push that they gave him, all the closing segments with Triple H, all the stare downs, even the rumored Triple H versus Ryback match at the Royal Rumble that's being tossed around on the dirt sheets. All that all this weekend, pretty much has gone to waste with one knockout blow, and he was eliminated at Survivor Series fairly quickly from Team Cena, which he was actually the first to be eliminated tonight from his team. Now, Sting makes his debut. We all knew it. It was all over the dirt sheets. He comes down. I'm on my phone tweeting you guys on Twitter. If you're not following me, at JDfromNY206. Sting comes down. You knew he was coming down as soon as the fucking crow hit the fucking sound system, man. It was unbelievable. If you didn't have chills when Sting came down the aisle, you're not a fucking human being, man. Everyone on Twitter, you got the fucking elitists on Twitter saying, what is so great about WWE and having Sting come back? Sting is so old. He's like 56 years old. I watched him through his entire career in his prime in WCW. I watched him all through TNA. Those are the elitists that you're never going to make happy, man. I was never a WCW guy. I was never a TNA guy. So to hear about Sting and know who Sting is and, watch here and there what Sting has done in the ring, whether it's WCW or TNA. I know what Sting brings to the table. I know what Sting brings to a WWE ring, okay, with his in-ring technique and his character and his mystique. I know what he brings to the table. And it's the first time that you're seeing that in a WWE ring. So for this viewer, it's exciting. And he comes down the aisle. I got chills running up and down my arms, man. It's great to see Sting finally make his debut. And the stare down and the crowd reaction with Triple H, it's something that definitely is a must-see if you miss Survivor Series. If you don't have the WWE Network, WWE gave you every reason possible to buy the WWE Network. This was a brilliant move on McMahon, giving it away for free. Normally, companies like this shouldn't be giving anything away for free because the product, pretty much speaks for itself. But Sting being on WWE pay-per-view, WWE debuting Sting at the 28th Annual Survivor Series, his first ever in-ring appearance for WWE, Scorpion death-dropping Triple H, a huge epic stare-down before that, the crowd chanting, holy shit, cameras going off everywhere, up-close shots of Triple H and Sting with the white and black face paint just staring each other down, possible tease for WrestleMania 31. We don't know, man. But all I know is if you had the WWE Network, and I know the WWE is even thinking the same thing, if you had the network, you would have seen this momentous occasion happen live on pay-per-view with the WWE Network. Sting debuts, I'm thrilled, and after tonight, it's going to get everyone watching Monday Night Raw. Whether Sting makes an appearance on Monday Night Raw remains to be seen. I hope he does. The ratings will be through the roof for Monday Night Raw in the last several years, if that does take place. But Triple H, will he be on Monday Night Raw? We don't know. All I know is WWE gave us a main event tonight that was a circus. Okay, I mentioned this word a few times in this pay-per-view review. It was a circus. There was a lot of illogical loopholes. Referees being attacked with no repercussions behind it. Triple H trying to stay alive by any means necessary and keep his authority and keep his power on Monday Night Raw. There was a lot of loopholes here. Where was Vince McMahon while all this was going on? He was out in the beginning of the show. He was giving orders in the beginning of the show. He was laying stipulations out in the beginning of the show. Where was he while Triple H was doing whatever he wanted in the main event? There's a lot of loopholes there. But all that was kind of disregarded because you knew something great was going to take place in that main event. And like I said, I got to give it to WWE. The match itself is must-see. I don't say this a lot about WWE matches. I don't say this a lot about WWE pay-per-views or WWE programming. And I haven't said it in the last several weeks to several months, man. But if you guys have time, square away 45 minutes and go watch this match on the WWE Network if you have it, if you missed it, okay? I'm telling you, and I don't bullshit you guys, if I say something is good, if I say something is worth your time, I am going to give you an honest opinion about it. This match really, really set the tone for what I want the WWE to be, man. The entire crowd, and you got to give it to St. Louis, they were on top of their game. They made that match better than it actually was. The crowd was into it. The match was fucking epic. Ziggler stepped up his game big time. Rollins stepped up his game even more so than he has already done. All right, you had the swerve with the Big Show. You had Triple H and Sting stare down. Sting made his debut. What else do you want from a pay-per-view match, man? They gave you every reason to tune in. Whether it was a circus, whether it was illogical, the bottom line is it was fun. It was fun. We suspended reality. We suspended, belief for 45 minutes. And at the end of it all, I can say I enjoyed the match, even though I didn't care for the build. Even though I came on here several weeks now and ripped apart this Survivor Series card. Up and down. They gave us no reason to watch. But after WWE tonight, they gave you every reason to tune into Monday Night Raw tomorrow. They gave you every reason to buy the WWE Network. And I'm speaking as a true fan of WWE. I'm not coming on here being a fanboy. I'm speaking from the heart and speaking from, what I seen tonight on WWE TV, on the WWE Network, really. And that's how I really feel about that. A lot of you guys came to me and said, JD, I think Sting should come down from the rafters. And even my brother and I were discussing this before I actually sat down to record this. Yes, it would have been completely fucking off-the-wall epic. But you guys got to understand, I don't think that thing is going to be ever allowed again in professional wrestling after what happened with Owen Hart. We don't need another incident like that. Yes, it would have been fucking epic if the lights went out and Sting is coming down from the rafters with a fucking baseball bat. Yeah, we all know that. but it was epic enough to see Sting's music hit, to hear the Crow soundtrack on the loudspeaker in the Joe Louis Arena, and then Sting walk down the aisle, you know, with a serious look on his face with the black trench coat on, ready to stare down Triple H, man. What else do you want from a WWE pay-per-view? That alone is worth $9.99 a month, man. I don't know what else you guys want. But all in all, I'm going to say, if you guys want to go out and watch something that's really going to captivate your interest and pique your interest and really get you invested in a match, that match did its job tonight, and I really got to give it to WWE. Kudos to them, and like I said, that's what I think about that. If you don't agree with me, tough shit. That's what I think about Survivor Series and the main event that we had tonight. And like I said, Ziggler stepped up his game, and I'm glad to see Ziggler get what he rightfully deserves, and now we have to see how WWE is going to build upon that, because from what I've seen tonight, they take Ziggler as a serious player, and rightfully so. So it's going to be interesting to see how WWE follows up with Ziggler. And you guys were complaining that they took the IC title off of him, man. Does he need the IC title now? Does he need the IC title now? Ziggler doesn't need any titles to show you how good he is, man. The title was holding him down. Ziggler deserves to be up here, not down here. Simple as that, all right? That is the main event. Go out and watch it if you missed it. And you really got to trust me on this one, all right? Moving on, we had a fatal four-way, Goldust and Stardust versus the Usos, Los Matadores and Mizdow. I was one to say that Mizdow and their act is tired. I don't really like Damien Sandow in the role that he's playing. Apparently everybody loves what he's doing. I find it to be cheesy. I find it to be lame. I think Damien Sandow was worth a lot more than that. I've been saying have him go back to the intellectual one with the blue robe and the white scarf and the pink trunks, man. That gimmick was fucking brilliant. His mic skills were brilliant. And now that he's over how he is with the crowd, why not slowly transition him away from The Miz, even though they won the tag team titles tonight? Transition him away from The Miz and slowly bring that back, man. If the crowd is behind him now, they will certainly be behind Damien Sandow, the intellectual one, as a face. I could definitely see that. But I was surprised that Mizdow actually won the tag team titles tonight. What I think is going to happen here, I think they took the belts off Goldust and Stardust, you know, which I didn't really think was a bright idea, but in retrospect, when you think about it, this may lead to the Ascension making their WWE debut finally, because you're not going to put them against a slightly heel team, man. It doesn't make sense. Goldust and Stardust really aren't fan favorites. They're kind of borderline heel. So you don't want to bring the Ascension, who's definitely going to be a heel team. You're going to want them to go against a face team, and Mizdow right now is the hottest team. So that could be interesting, and that could lead to the Miz and Damien Sandow breaking up once they get, kind of mingled up with the Ascension. That's what I think is going to happen, but I could be wrong. But Damien Sandow and the Miz are the new WWE Tag Team Champions. Nothing that we haven't seen before. It was a fatal four-way. It was pretty decent to open up the show. But the shocker there, like I said, Miz and Damien Sandow are the new WWE Tag Team Champions. Divas match, Survivor Series, elimination match. You had Paige, Summer, Layla, Cameron versus Naomi, Natty, Emma, and Alicia Fox. I really zoned out during most of this match. I did catch the ending of this, and I have to say, some of the moves that the WWE Divas do in the ring, most notably Naomi, Paige, Natty, Emma, you know, those women know how to go. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Those women know how to go, and you see glimmers of fucking great talent in the Divas division. I just don't like that the majority of this match was completely throwaway. So you got little glimmers of hope in the Divas division with Emma, Naomi, Paige, Natty. You got AJ, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Like I said, Nikki Bella is stepping up her game. She's been great. Brie has been very good as well. But most of this match was complete garbage. Mostly throwaway. You had glimmers of Naomi with her finisher at the end of the match to finish off Paige. I don't like that they kind of buried Paige at the end, and she was the only one left standing while she was, her and her team was completely annihilated. I don't like that part of it, but like I said, you really got glimmers of hope here with the Divas division. So hopefully, and I've been saying this for the last couple of months, hopefully WWE does something right with the women they got growing down in NXT. You got Charlotte, you got Sasha Banks, you got Bayley, you got all these great women down in NXT, and you got some great talent on the main roster right now. Why not revamp the division and give it a serious tone to it, man? I don't understand it. But in the end, Natty's team gets the win. Paige is the only one left on her team. She gets eliminated. Naomi gets the final pinfall on Paige. Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt. I was stating this on Twitter. Wyatt plays his character better than anyone that I see on WWE. There's no one that plays their character better than Bray Wyatt. Everything that he does in the ring, his movements, his speech, the way he interacts with his opponent, he's living and breathing his character through everything that he does in the ring. And I mentioned this on Twitter. Bray Wyatt is even better now than he was before he stepped away for a little bit, before they took him off TV. Bray Wyatt is the future of the WWE. Bray Wyatt is a future WWE champion. His character is absolutely on top of its game. No one in the WWE can do what Bray Wyatt does from a character standpoint right now on the WWE roster. Everything that the man does, every move that the man makes, every word that comes out of the man's mouth is unreal. It is unreal, the talent that Bray Wyatt possesses. The match that he had with Dean Ambrose, great fucking story, was told in the ring. Everything that Wyatt did up until the last segment where Wyatt was on his hands and knees begging Dean Ambrose to hit him with the steel chair, and Dean Ambrose was reluctant in that. The power that Bray Wyatt, the story that Bray Wyatt told with Dean Ambrose, the supposed power that Bray Wyatt has over Dean Ambrose, forcing him to say, come on, hit me with the steel chair. Dean Ambrose was thinking twice about it until he just snapped and released that lunatic fringe that WWE talks about. And in the end, Bray Wyatt was put through a table. He was elbow dropped off the top rope through a table. Dean Ambrose got out the chairs. He buried Bray Wyatt underneath the chairs in the table rubble. Then he got out that huge ladder. And at the end, I thought he was going to jump on top of Bray Wyatt through the debris. But Dean Ambrose ended the match and stood atop the ladder, giving you the reason and the signal that this is not over. This is not over. This will bleed into TLC, and it was even announced tonight. Ambrose and Wyatt, TLC, tables, ladders, and chairs match. It's going to be fucking epic. Let me tell you. All right. But Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt had a great match tonight. A lot of you guys were tweeting at me, what the fuck is going on? I don't like this decision, blah, blah, blah. I knew you guys were going to bitch and moan about it. But you got to look at it this way. Number one, this feud is just getting started. It's a fresh feud. Number two, Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose are absolutely scorching red hot. You don't want to bury these guys to the point where you're going to give someone a loss. None of these guys can take a loss right now. Even though Bray Wyatt, I think if he takes a loss, it's not really going to damage his character because Bray Wyatt, to me, right now is invincible with what he's doing on WWE programming. But either way, you can't give him a loss on WWE TV. You don't want to take the risk of having the fans go against Bray Wyatt and think differently of him. You want to make both of them look strong going into TLC. All right. Number three, the story that was told in the ring, man. How can you be upset with that ending after the story that they told in the ring? If you're really paying attention to the product and what they're doing in the ring, why would you be upset with that ending, man? Like I said, it's a fresh feud, and now we're getting a more brutal environment at TLC. Why would you be upset with that? Tables, ladders, and chairs with Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. The unpredictability that comes with that, man. Why would you be upset with that? I'm looking forward to that, and like I said, it should be a great fucking match. It may even be the best match in December at TLC, so I definitely look forward to that. But that was definitely the second best match of the night, and I know you guys mentioned to me, I didn't mention it in off the script. JD, what about Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt? I wasn't too thrilled with the storyline and the lead-up, man. I don't think the WWE gave us the right answers. In the end, the final product is always going to be great because of who is working the storyline. Ambrose and Wyatt can go in the ring. But all I want to know is why these two guys are fighting. I still don't have the proper answer as to why these two are feuding, okay? But either way, regardless, it was a great match, and I look forward to what they do at TLC in 3 weeks in tables, ladders, and chairs, all right? Nikki Bella versus AJ. Let the AJ Lee rumors run rampant, man. I reported it on Off The Script, Part 1. If you missed any of my Off The Script, links are down below in the description. Go and check that out. Rumors running rampant all week about AJ Lee leaving the WWE, wanting to go off with CM Punk, start a family, etc., etc. Tonight fueled those rumors even more. WWE Divas Championship was sealed with a kiss, man. Daniel Bryan lost to Sheamus at WrestleMania a few years back with one kiss in 18 seconds. The same thing happened to AJ Lee tonight at Survivor Series. Brie Bella kisses AJ Lee right square on the lips. She's confused. What the fuck is going on? Before you know it, Nikki sneak attacks her from behind, gives her the torture rack slam. 1, 2, 3, we have a new Divas champion. I don't know what's going on with AJ Lee. I haven't read anything else from what I reported to you guys on Off the Script, but AJ Lee is no longer your Divas champion. Nikki Bella is now your new Divas champion, and if I hear anything regarding AJ, I will definitely let you guys know, but it's not looking good right now, and the rumors may be true about her leaving WWE. And that is it, guys. Survivor Series was very light tonight, but it all was made up with the debut of Sting. Sting is now a part of the WWE Universe. He came to Survivor Series tonight to help John Cena and Team Cena defeat the Authority. Everyone in the Authority and the entire Authority has no more power over WWE. The only one that can bring Triple H and Stephanie McMahon back to WWE programming from orders of Vince McMahon is now John Cena. What is going to happen on Monday Night Raw? Will Sting be there? Is this a seed planted for Triple H and Sting at WrestleMania? What about The Undertaker? Is The Undertaker going to be rumored to be fighting Sting at WrestleMania, or they're going to save that? According to Mr. Soldier 1HD, who I think is going to be in the right here, I think they're going to save The Undertaker and Sting for WrestleMania 32, where both men finally retire in Dallas, Texas. But now I think they're planting the seed for Sting and Triple H. I don't know what's going on, man, but WWE, everything's gotten exciting, man. We're going into TLC. TLC usually delivers, and then it's the start of the WrestleMania season with my favorite pay-per-view, the Royal Rumble, man. Things were hot, things were heavy tonight, and things were certainly interesting. And the WWE, for a first time in a long time, has piqued my interest, and I'm genuinely fucking excited to watch Monday Night Raw. More than likely, it's going to disappoint me in the end. But after tonight, with the whole thing with Sting and Triple H and the Authority out of power and what Vince McMahon's got up his sleeve and John Cena and Dolph Ziggler, things are in the air, man, and things are looking pretty fucking exciting. This is your WWE Survivor Series review. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like on your way out the door. It greatly helps out my channel. And if you guys missed any of my previous WWE videos, links are down below. This weekend's Off the Script. If you guys missed it, parts 1, 2, and 3 leading up to Survivor Series, all down in the description below. Chair Shot Reality with Justin LaBar, and I know Bryan Goldust is fucking thrilled somewhere. I know that motherfucker is thrilled to see Sting on WWE TV. LaBar, Eisenberg, and Goldust. All right, Chair Shot Reality at WrestleZone.com. Link down below. All their videos with Vince Russo, man. Go and check that out. Their 250th episode. Joe Cronin, who's got a WWE Survivor Series review, man, tonight. I'm going to check that out actually right now. He is live right now. Go and check him out. His Twitter and his YouTube page are down below. I'm actually going on the guys over at Talking Wrestling Network. I'm going to be on Around the Point right now, man. I'm going there right now after I finish this, after this goes live on YouTube. So go check those guys out as well, and my WWE 2K15 videos, man. Universe mode, week 1, and my MyCareer mode, week 1, man. Go and check that shit out. Link is all down and below in the description. I'm JD. Like I said, leave a like on your way out the door. Subscribe if you're new. What the fuck are you waiting for, man? This is your #1 source for WWE content right here on YouTube.com. I'll see you guys, hopefully, for a Monday Night Raw review, man. Hopefully something big happens, and I see you guys on Tuesday for a Raw review. If not, Off the Script number 41 on Friday. Until then, guys, take care, and I will definitely talk to you all soon.